Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and I do think like, I mean, I'm trying to think of the best way to ask this question. I was just thinking about I think Jordan Peterson would say, I don't know, I don't want to put words in his mouth either, but
Mhm.
the what I got out of a lot of the stuff he talks about is more like I don't take Christianity literally true. I definitely don't, but I think of it as tools, just like I guess you could think of rationality as a tool of, like you're saying, trying to see reality just how it is. And then when something comes up that's like, uh-oh, like this
Mm.
sucks. Almost, and I'm curious what you have to say about this, but I think of Christianity more from like there's a lot of stuff in it that I just don't even pay attention to it. But just I'm trying to dive deep into the more like psychological, the more psychological elements of it, like Jordan Peterson and his lectures that he did on the Bible. Like, and I can think of Christianity in one of those moments where things surface and it's chaos. I can think, well, psychologically, like what would Jesus do like in this moment?
Mhm.
Like and that it's almost like it can just be an anchor it's almost like just a way to remember, have compassion.
I get
Like
that.
have
I get that.
compassion in this moment. It's really easy right now to be selfish. It
Mhm.
seems like that's what your emotions are telling you to do, is you got to be selfish right now or you're not going to get what you
Mhm.
need. But don't do that. Have compassion.
Mhm.
It's like
Mhm.
just, I guess, like a reminder, but I'm
Mhm.
curious, like what you're like, just the whole idea, meditation, and to get you to see reality how it is. And then in one of those moments where you're seeing reality how it is and it hits you right in the face, what do you do in that moment? Like,
Mm.
how do you react then? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like what things or steps can you take? Because I guess that's where religion can come to play with people, is they're good at staying unattached,
Mhm.
and they meditate and they can kind of stay calm and they see reality how it is. But then what about they get hit by a car and break their legs? Then it's like in that moment,
Mhm.
what do
Mhm.
you do to try to cope with like
I see.
that type of thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, just curious what you'd think about that kind
Yeah.
of thing. Kind
Um,
of going deep a little bit.
yeah. I also I wouldn't put rationality alongside other like interpretations of the world.
Gotcha.
That um
Like you wouldn't put it alongside Christianity as a tool.
no, Christianity could be a tool for some things, but like a tool, it does some things and it doesn't do other things.
Mhm.
And rationality, I think, it it's I don't know. It's a word for a
I know
process
it's hard to
of just
like.
of like it's more like the um it is the machine,
Mhm.
and the you might put Christianity as a filter in
Gotcha.
that machine
Oh,
and
that's
say,
actually a
just
really good
spitting
way to
out,
put it.
yeah, like rationality makes the like
It's the
is the
process.
oven,
Yeah.
and then the Christianity might be the cookie sheet or the shape
Mm,
of the cookie that you get,
gotcha.
and
That's a good way
I'm
to
sure
put
there's
it.
a better analogy, but something like if you want star-shaped cookies, you can you can press them with the Christianity tool and then get them that way. But if you want something else, or if you just want to know what are cookies made of,
Mm,
you can't necessarily go to any one of those
gotcha.
tools. Um, like if I were a carpenter and I were using a certain type of saw as a tool, I might ask myself, wait, why am I building anything in the first place? And that's a different question. And I guess I would, for the person that needs to remind themselves in that moment what to do, um, I can, in symbolic logic, there's like a conditional statement would be like, if P, then Q. Like Christianity might say, if you are feeling angry with somebody, then you must exercise compassion. But you can get Q through a lot of means.
Yeah.
You can go to a lot of religions and life philosophies emphasize compassion.
Yeah. And when I say
So
Christianity, I any religion you can put in the place of
no,
that,
right,
like
right,
when I'm kind of talking about it.
totally. So unfortunately, that so fortunately and unfortunately, you can get that compassion basically anywhere. But if you asked a Christian, well, why is that such a good thing? Why do you need compassion?
Yeah.
Why would Jesus talk about why would that even be a normative statement? Why didn't you read the Bible and read about Jesus's compassion and then conclude, oh, Jesus was a really awful guy? Why not? Why is
Yeah.
the devil the awful guy? this is I think it's called the Euthyphro argument, where back Plato would write about. There was a dialogue where Socrates was saying, "Is it good because the gods said it was good, or did the gods say it's good because it's good?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So people have been asking this stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you still make up your mind, and you still have to you kind of made up the goal of be compassionate, and you have again reasons why that's a good thing. So
Yeah.
it's not that religious of a conclusion. It's made up in terms of we make up our own ethics because we're humans, and those ethics might not apply to plants, but we just agreed being compassionate is a good thing. We want people to be peaceful and get along with each other.
Yeah.
So we can do this thing that also, hey, there actually 2,000 years ago there was a guy who also did that,
Yeah.
and that's a nice story.